And now a Gastlecast update!
Heather, a few weeks back, you remember I received the Winter Soldier Hot Toys from my dad.
I do remember that
It was
very
an
vividly.
awesome gift.
Yes.
However, it came in and it had a damaged jacket. Do you remember that part?
I do, and I was really, really mad because your parents got that as a super special gift for you.
They sent me the figure with a ripped up jacket. The arm was really messed up here. It had like rips and tears on it, and upon further investigation, this was rather normal with a lot of these figures.
Yes.
Especially ones that were sealed and never opened up. It was almost as if time made it like peel away.
Yes.
From the material. So I contacted them, the seller, and I was really upset about it. I acted like I was my dad. Okay? It was sort of a 007 type, sort of tactic.
I've never seen any of those movies, so I don't know what you mean.
I was being a secret agent man.
Okay.
You know what a secret agent man is?
Yeah, I heard the song once.
Okay. I contacted them, as I'd mentioned in the last video, and I wanted to kind of give an update and tell you where it ended up and how it ended. So, when I reached out to them, I asked them for the new jacket. They were saying, okay, we're going to send you a new jacket, blah, 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 blah. And then it took weeks. It just sat. I asked for tracking information, no tracking information. I contacted them and I'm like, listen, do you have any updates? What's going on? Hey, my friend, the item ship is today. Okay. I said, has the jacket been shipped? This is like days later. Of course, you can receive next week. And I'm like, we're not getting anywhere. This is going nowhere land. I said, I haven't received the jacket or tracking number. You mentioned that you would have it in I would have it in 2 days. But it's been more than 2 days. Do you have any updates on this? And he says, we use DHL. You can receive next week. So then, like days later, I ask again, any update? Jacket still has not been received. Hey, my friend, we have contract with DHL. We ship 30 package one day. So they will not provide me the tracking code, but it'll take 7 to 14 days. So you can receive this next week. So you can receive it. He just kept saying you can receive it. And I didn't think I was ever going to receive it. And finally, the grace of God, I received it. Now, I want to tell you the little road I had to take in order to get it. And I think it had a lot to do with it too. He kept saying that he already had shipped it. I'm kind of feeling like that's what happened. But I put in a return request. When I put that return request in, he contacted me and he's like, what is this? Why are you doing this? And I'm like, well, I still haven't gotten the jacket. It's been like 2.5 weeks. I don't know what's going on. I need an update, something. And the only updates I was getting was just in text. It was almost like empty promises. And my biggest concern, my biggest issue, and I didn't look too far into this, but I wondered, how long can this go on for until eBay will no longer back me up?
Yeah.
That's what I was up against.
I think it's 30 days.
Is it 30 days?
I believe so.
Well, I think we were almost over. I think we were over the 30-day window. So when I put in the return, I didn't know if it would go through, and it did. And I got the email and it said return, blah, blah, blah. They contact me. The guy's flipping out. Why are you returning? Why are you returning? And I told you I'm going to give it 2 more days. If it doesn't come, then I'm just going to do the full return. I don't want to be stuck with the figure that's damaged like this.
Yeah.
Especially with my dad paying the cha-ching up.
No, that's what made me feel most bad, is it was not a cheap gift.
No, it was very expensive. My father's an awesome person. I don't know if you know that. I'm talking to you, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
You were looking at them.
I know, I was talking to them too. So, I received the jacket finally, huh? Come on, let's get some claps in. Finally received it. It was awesome. So I opened the bag up. I pulled the little jacket out. He sent me the undershirt with the sleeve on it, which is good because this is really what I wanted. The vest doesn't have any damage on the figure. He has no vest damage. And a lot of people apparently are having problems with the vest.
Oh.
I'm not.
Well, that's good.
It was in a plastic bag, and in that plastic bag, I was taking the plastic bag off, and it started tearing away the jacket again. And I'm like, no! But it only pulled off a couple little pieces. It's not bad. Here, if you want to give a little look over, because this is the first time you've ever seen it.
You know, I'm happy with this.
It looks fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks fine. I'm impressed. Either they're making these little miniature jackets wherever this guy is, or he pulled this off of another figure. I don't know what happened. He did not ask for the old one. So now I have the messed up one and I have this one.
I feel like he probably pulled it off another figure, because if they were making it, they'd probably make it with a different material. Because it looks exactly the same and it's having a little bit of the exact same issue.
Finally, it's all squared away. We finally have the figure in the right form. So Heather, now it's your turn to put the jacket on the figure. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now it's your turn. So if you want to go ahead and throw that on.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Well, needless to say, we got the jacket, and it wasn't in horrible shape,
Right.
like the original one.
Right.
But it wasn't in perfect or great shape.
But, I mean, on the positive, optimistic end of things, you can just say, oh, well, he's been in a war.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that when I went, so I took it to the streets, Heather. I went on Facebook and I started asking around and asking people if they've ever done like a jacket swap for Winter Soldier. I couldn't find a single person. I couldn't find a single YouTube video. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. So we basically had to do it from scratch.
Yeah, that sucked.
Well, I put it in your hands.
You did, literally.
Because you're pretty awesome. You know things real good. You know
Sorta.
how to handle small things.
I do, with 4.5 years of practice.
I know. What?
Huh?
Wait a minute. We've been together for 4.5 years. So Heather, you are the one who went through the whole job of swapping the jacket out. Can you walk us through exactly what you did?
I'll try my hand at this. Need some props. I'm digging in the drawer for some props. So here he is. Chris got him all posed up and stuff. He has this, like, what would you call this?
Strap.
He has these straps over him that look like a backpack, but they hold a gun, I guess. But I had to remove these, which was really easy because the glue was falling off. And, like, behind this, I guess because of how it was stored, it was, like, rusted from the metal. It's a real mess under there.
Yeah,
Real huge mess under there. So I had to, like, detach the straps. And then he has this vest that luckily it's just Velcro. So I pulled the vest off pretty easily, which is under here. And it was sort of tough because I had to get, like, both of his hands out of there.
Right.
Or both of his arms out of there. And then the tricky part came. I actually had to cut, like, straight up.
So here's the original shirt.
Yeah.
It's an undershirt that's underneath this vest.
Yeah.
And you had to get the vest off, and then once you got the vest off, then you got to the undershirt.
Yeah, and I had to, like, cut it completely off of him because there was no way I was getting it off. That pleather stuff, I don't know how well you can see it here, but it was just, like, totally torn to shreds by pulling it off of his arm.
What's even crazier is that when you pulled it off, I remember seeing it sit on the table, and as you're pulling it off, it, like, burst into smithereens.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
all of
crazy.
the coating, all of the fake pleather leather stuff just went poof. And in fact, as I'm sitting here, I'm finding little pieces of it still lying around. There's a little piece here. There's little pieces just flying around. This is like the worst material ever. I mean, look. And it's like stretchy and it's like melty.
Yeah, it's a really
it's like a
bizarre
rubber
texture.
plastic. I don't even know what it is. But as you can see here, all of the pleather stuff has fallen off. It's all done. It's gone.
Yeah.
Finished. Done. And I noticed when you were putting the new jacket on, which you can kind of walk through that if you'd like to as well.
Well, I mean, it was just basically me maneuvering it because I don't think that these arms can come off, and if they did, I didn't want to, like, risk hurting it. So I very gently put the shirt on this arm first, but I knew that the material was real fragile, so I, like, tried to hold him, like, here and here and, like, put it on. But, I mean, it still isn't
It
perfect.
chewed it up pretty bad. Yeah, it chewed it up pretty bad. Which, at the very beginning of all this, I kind of made fun of the fact that people would spend $200 and some to fix the jacket to give it the real leather. Well, I'm almost leaning that way now because I do want him in better shape. This is a grail piece for a lot of people. It was a grail piece for me. But now, in my hands is Winter Soldier with messed up arm. Now, you can say that it's the war-torn version and maybe he's fought a little bit. And that's
He's a
his story
chase.
for now. However, I want to get this thing leathered out. I want it to look right, get it repaired, make it look pretty all over again. But I love this figure, and that's really what it comes down to. He's an excellent looking figure. He's he's probably right up there next to the Thanos hot toy. He's definitely like number one for me with Thanos. I love this guy. He is great. He's a great villain. I love villains. So I'm just so glad I have him either way. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Even if he does have a little damage, Heather. Even though he has a little bit of damage.
He just got his jacket from like the Five Below.
He has a Five Below jacket?
Yeah, it's just really bad quality.
Head over to Instagram and check us out at Gastlecast for more fun Gastlecast content. And remember to check us out on Anchor for our new podcast called Heroic Nonsense with Jason Svoboda. It is so much fun. Go and take a listen.